Good morning, I'm J.R. Ryder. Welcome to our December edition of Religion in the News as we celebrate the birth of Christ during this Christmas season. Joining me today is Carol Sissom, Merlin Gonzalez, Faith James, and Lori Cobian. We have a great show for you today as our guests talk about Special Books and Breakfast event with Santa, a new music CD titled From Darkness to Light. The mayor's office is here to talk about the Neighborhood Liaison Service. The Church Federation of Greater Indianapolis talks about Blessed Are the Peacemakers Award Service. And Santa talks about a miracle healing. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Religion in the News. I'm J.R. Ryder. My guest today is the president of the Church Federation of Greater Indianapolis, Maria Pimentel-Gannon. Welcome back to Religion in the News.
Thank you, J.R. It's great to be back.
You have an event coming up here real soon. As a matter of fact, this upcoming week, there is a Blessed Are the Peacemakers Award Service. And this is something new for the Federation. Could you talk to us about what's going on with this particular service?
Yes, it is, J.R. Every year we have a thank you reception for our member churches, for the community, just everyone who's been a part of the going-ons of the Church Federation. This year, in light of everything that's been happening in the communities that concerns everybody in the community, with the violence, with all the upheaval that's going on, we decided that instead of having a thank you reception, we would have what's called a Blessed Are the Peacemakers, to truly thank and acknowledge those entities in the community that are focused on being agents of peace, bridge builders in the community among the different groups to just bring about peace in our community, something that we're all striving to obtain.
Now, the keynote speaker for this particular event is going to be the Reverend Dr. Derek King, who's actually the nephew of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King.
That's correct, and we're very excited about having him. We feel very blessed that he will be able to join us and to be the keynote speaker for that evening. And just by who he is, by the nature of who he is in his own right, but then also Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s nephew, we believe that he'll have a lot to say and a wonderful way to get started the Blessed Are the Peacemakers event that we want to have yearly.
Now, and that was my next question. You want to make this into an annual event. And again, it's primarily to highlight or to recognize those ministries and organizations that are doing peacemaking work in our community. What type of bridge building activities or what would qualify someone to be a participant or a nominee for that award?
Well, just to give you a real quick example, in January, when we celebrate Global Christian Community, the Church Federation will be having an event, Light the Night, where we're again promoting all the groups, organizations, churches that are promoting peace in the community will come together, and it'll be a lighting service. That'll be January 21st.
Okay.
That would be an example, but that's a Church Federation doing that. There are many churches and organizations that are having events throughout the city that promote peacemaking events and activities.
Excellent. Now, I understand that there's an award with this. How does the public nominate for that? Is this something that the Federation themselves nominate? How does that work?
We put word out. We always have massive emailings and just asking churches, organizations, individuals to nominate an individual or an organization that they feel have been very active and very instrumental in doing things that highlight peace, activities, or whether they do it on their own or they do it in an organized fashion through an organization or a church, just anyone who really espouses the peacemaking spirit.
Well, thank you, Maria, for being our guest this morning on Religion in the News. I want to make sure that we put that contact information up, and they can go to indyfaith.org to find out more about the event. It's also this coming Thursday, and that's December 5th from, I believe, 7 to 9.
From 7 to 9, yes.
All right. Thank you again for being our guest this morning on Religion in the News.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me. Good to see you, JR.
Thank you. Lori, now to you.
Thanks, JR. Good morning, I'm Lori Cobian. My guest today is here to talk about an upcoming music CD. The band is called Shepherd's Way. Welcome to Religion in the News, Doug. It's nice to have you on this morning.
Thanks for having me this morning, Lori.
Yes. Well, Doug, why don't you tell us a little bit about the CD that's getting ready to be released and how you came in to do this CD?
Well, this CD's been about 2 years in the making. Really, they've been kind of songs though, that I've drawn from over probably 10 years worth of songs that some have been recorded, some haven't. And as I was kind of going through compiling songs for the CD, I just really felt like God was directing me to these certain 12 songs that are on the disc, and really kind of feel like that these songs are really not just songs, but they're more like personal prayers that God has really kind of helped minister to me through different times and trials and seasons of my life. And I really feel like that through these songs that hopefully people can kind of just get closer to God and just experience His love like they've never had before.
Right. Okay, so now how did you come together with the band, the other guys that are also in this?
Well, that's a work in progress right now. This really started out as a solo work. And as the album progressed, I really sensed that God was kind of wanting me to form a band around this particular CD. And as I was praying through this, I just felt like he kept drawing me just to just some friends and some other musicians that I've known throughout my years of playing. And one incident in particular that I remember about kind of how God just really gave me a confirming sign. I was in a bank, and I was praying. I was like, Lord, if this is really what you want, what should I call the band? And I overheard this teller say to this lady, she said, "You still live on Shepherd's Way." And I thought, that's the name of the band right there. And he's just been giving confirming signs. So 2014 is going to be the year that I'm going to actually launch the lineup, and we're going to launch the CD. We've got the website that's right now kind of in the workings right now. That's got some clips for people who sign up so they can kind of hear some of it, and they can get all the latest news of when we're going to release the CD and when we're going to be playing next year.
Okay, so when you go out and play, are you playing at churches? What kind of places do you normally play at?
Well, probably a CD release party would be at New Hope Church, where I was a worship leader at for 2.5 years. That'll probably be kind of where we kind of kick things off there and some other surrounding churches. But the whole idea is to get outside of the church and to get out into the streets and get out to festivals and.
Right. Well, you know what? I think we have a clip of one of the songs, and we'll go ahead and play that real quick and let everybody hear one of your songs.
That'd be great. Thanks.
Thank you, Doug. You know what? I appreciate you coming on the show, and I hope everybody enjoyed the little clip that we had to play. And what we're going to go ahead and do is put all your information up on the screen so that everybody can, contact you if they want to. And we really appreciate you coming on the show, Doug.
Well, thanks for having me, Lou. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Thank you.
Thank you. And now to you, Faith.
Thanks, Lori. Good morning. I'm Faith James. 'Tis the season for books and breakfast with Santa. You'll hear more about it when we return. Stay tuned.